This bag really doesn't look all too interesting from the surface. Inside it, something that is very interesting, which you know what it is just by the title of the video, but just in case you really don't, you're not paying attention. This is the first S-VHS-C camcorder I have ever found in person. I've seen a lot of VHS-C cameras, but I have never seen an S-VHS-C one until now. It is a model number GR-SXM245 from JVC. Just a couple of the features. Auto light picture stabilizer. Not sure if that's a digital image stabilizer or an optical one. 600 times digital zoom, which nobody should use. It features the SVHS-ET recording mode, which is very useful because I don't actually have an SVHS-C video cassette. Well, I do, but it's got footage on it that I haven't digitized yet. VHS playpack included. Well, that would have been when it was brand new. Unfortunately, it no longer has it. I also wonder if this was actually the original bag, or if somebody just found something of convenience, because it doesn't fit in the bag. As you can see there, the viewfinder sticks out a little bit. It's got a little view screen here. That's where the tape goes. Unfortunately, it does have a problem. The view screen does not work. And from what I can tell, the view screen never even receives power. So there's probably a loose cable in it somewhere or something. But I'm not really in the mood to take it apart and find out. Here's where the battery goes. Fortunately, it's a standard battery, even though the power supply it takes is, well, shall we say, not standard. It's 11 volts DC. Underneath here are your connectors. If I can actually get this open. It's got S-video. There's your regular analog video output. And there's your DC input, which it looks like somebody has used an inappropriate power supply with this at some point. Fortunately, it does work. Maybe that's what damaged the view screen. Who knows? There's a mode switch there. Lots of blanking plates. There's a speaker. I think that's it. You got your microphone on the front, it's a mono mic, and of course the video lights, lens cap. 70 combinations. Digital white fade, and of course digital effects. It's got the digital signal processor. This is a battery refresh button, which is a fairly useful feature for older batteries. You push the refresh, it discharges and recharges. That's a way to rejuvenate the old NiCad batteries. That's the eject for the tape basket. Tape playback controls, control for the light. It's a counter reset, but it also works for the fade and record mode. Programmed auto exposure mode. And digital effect switch. It's got a 5-second recording mode. Volume, sorry, that's a zoom control, but it doubles for volume when you're in playback. And menu brightness and tracking controls. It's got a CRT black and white viewfinder. And I really can't think of much else to say about it. So okay, well, assuming it's not lying to me, we are now recording on the JVC GR-SXM245 S-VHS-C Camcorder in SVHS-ET mode. It'll be interesting to see if you can actually play this back on regular VHS-C camcorders. I've read conflicting reports on that, where some you can play it back, others you can't, to reports that say no, none of them can play it back. Unfortunately, my view screen is dead. It truly is too bad. So I'm limited to the viewfinder here. So we'll try out our various fades first. So you saw the shutter fade, here's a black fade. Mosaic fade. Let's see, what else do we have? Shutter, a slide fade. A door fade. I think there's a couple more. A corner fade. A window fade. Ooh, that's it. Yes, that's all the fades that you get. So there's no color fade, unfortunately, like my, I have a camcorder up there. I don't remember where it is exactly. You get 16 times optical zoom. It's in that bag up there, the GR-SXM245. So you get a couple of auto exposure modes. This is no effect or ND. You get fog. Twilight. Shutter speed reductions. And off. That's not very many of those, is it? And of course our digital effects. We have sepia. I don't know if it's on or not because I got a black and white viewfinder. Monotone. Blue filter. Let's see where there's actual blue, shall we? Oh, there's some blue. Red filter. Solarize. Negative art. Mosaic. Stretch. And that's it. So there are all your effects. This is probably going to destroy my battery, but I'm going to go ahead and turn on the video light. Yep, that is definitely going to destroy the battery. So you can get a general idea what it looks like. Turn it off. So I don't know. I don't think there's really much else I can think of to demonstrate. The zoom is definitely a little touchy. Oh, it's got the image stabilizer. I wonder if that's on. Can I access the menu while I'm in record mode? Yes, I can. So, well, I can't change the titler on that. And it looks like I actually cannot change any of those settings while it's in record mode, so I'm gonna have to go check on that. We'll see what's going on. Alright, I'm adult. It's got a button on the side of it that lets you turn it on. So there's the same picture as before. Does a decent job. I did go in the menu system and did find out that SVHS-C mode is off. So, oops. I did have SVHS turned on before I put the tape in the camera, but I guess it didn't figure, or that setting doesn't translate to having SVHS-ET turned on, so. Oh well. Of course, I'm not tethered to a wall socket because I can't use any with this because it uses a special power supply, and my little adapter dongle that goes from the 6-volt power supply to the battery on these things doesn't actually work with this camera for some reason, even though the batteries do. Hopefully these batteries last a good long while. And yes, I did not forget the usual camera test. Does this thing have any other hidden features? I don't think so. I think that's really it. Doesn't have any extra buttons or anything fancy. Just what you see is what you get, pretty much. So I'll have to do an SVHS-ET test recording after this. And eventually, when I actually get my SVHS tape digitized, I'll be able to use that. I wonder if it zooms out automatically. Looks like it does. Okay. Well, that's all I have. So, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. That's doing some strange things. And this is CP666 signing off, and I hope to see you next time. Till then.